What's up, Pokemon trainers? Jared with 59 Direct here to talk about the new trailer released for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So let's go ahead and let's take a look back at the new trailer and go over all the things that you might have missed. Now, the trailer begins with another look at the brand new beautiful region, but this time shows a glimpse of some new structures, which one appears to be of a Pokestop gas station. Now, it kind of looks like it might be a mix of a Pokemon Center and a Pokemon Mart, and again, just fused together, but also in a structure very similar to that of a gas station, but a little bit more on this later. We then continue to look at the research labs, which are clearly distinct from one another, probably one for Violet and one for Scarlet. But along with that, two new professors are introduced, Professor Sada and Professor Toro, both sporting rather unique outfits that differ from one another, with Sada having more of a prehistoric getup and Toro having more of a futuristic one. Now, the official Pokemon website has also mentioned that each of them are researching a different lore than one another, but stay with me on this because we're gonna get more on this a little bit later. We get our first in-game look at not only the starters, Fuecoco the Fire Croc Pokemon, Sprigatito the Grass Cat Pokemon, and Quaxly the Duckling Pokemon, but some of the new Pokemon in the region that are shown off. But before we get into those newer Pokemon, let's take a look at some of the brand new description details that are now available for our starters. Fuecoco's scale on his bodies absorb heat and also have a flickering atop of his head of a fire energy that is leaked out from inside the Pokemon's body, a feature that seems to be reminiscent of the other fire starters. You're probably familiar with that of Charmander and his fire tail, and then Cyndaquil with the flames on his back. Moving over to Sprigatito, when it kneads and rubs with its forepaws, a sweet aroma is released that can mesmerize those around it, and the composition of its fluffy fur is similar to that of plants, letting it create energy by absorbing sunlight. Now, for Quaxly, it produces a glossy gel from its feathers that protect its body, and it also has strong legs, to which they kind of go on to talk about how it is known in battle for doing its kicks to its opponents swiftly and repeatedly, making it sound like that Quaxly might potentially go down the fighting route for a type, but we'll have to check more on that in a bit later. But now let's go ahead and look at the new Pokemon that were introduced into the trailer. We have Palmy, the mouse Pokemon that is an electric type that seems very similar to this region's version of a Pikachu. We have Lechonk, a hog Pokemon that is this region's beginning normal type. And then we have Smoliv, literally an olive Pokemon that is a grass and normal type. However, do not fret because some classic familiar Pokemon have also returned, like Flaffy, Bagon, Larvitar, Venonat, Gengar, Pikachu, and honestly much more. We're also introduced into this game's new rival named Nemona. She's officially described in the Pokemon website as sunny and energetic and absolutely loves Pokemon battles. She's an experienced Pokemon trainer and serves as a reliable guide for you and your adventures through, but it's also noted that she seems to not be the best at throwing Pokeballs, whatever that means. We're also given a peek at the various terrains that we'll see in the game. You get the obviously beautiful beginning region that's showing off more of like the grasslands, and then you're going to be able to see at some point some snowy landscapes. Looks like we're going to see some caves and the different Pokemon that are associated to each of those landscapes. Also, we get a first look at what potentially is the next Pokemon Gym or Pokemon Gym Arenas. It seems like they're going to be, again, based on the different types that there are. Fire, rock, we'll probably get water, we'll probably get grass at some point, but we're getting a look at fire and rock types. And finally, we get a nice cinematic look at the two legendaries. We have Koraidon and Miraidon, with descriptions from the official website that are saying that it's still a mystery about what these guys are about, but we can confirm that Koraidon is the covered legendary for Scarlet, while Miraidon is the covered legendary for Violet. But let's go ahead and take a look at some of the teased features and gameplay mechanics. Some fans are going to be happy because this time traditional mechanics are back, like battling, catching, wild Pokemon trainer battles, trading, fighting wild Pokemon out in the field, and then fighting them like normal instead of how the Legends Arceus approach went. But they did take some stuff from Legends Arceus. We are shown that players do have the ability to sneak up on Pokemon. It's not yet kind of shown what will be the result of sneaking up on them, but they did show that it is being done in the actual trailer, and it is widely showcased that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet will be a fully open world game. And with that, they've added onto the website and said you do not have to have a linear path to progress, basically meaning you decide what gyms you want to take on, when you want to take them on. It's your journey and you decide how you want to complete it. So if you want to go in one way and maybe your friend goes a different way, I mean, that's pretty much up to you how you want to complete this game, whereas someone else can complete it a completely different way. But keep in mind, you're probably going to go into situations probably similar to Legends Arceus, where some Pokemon are a little bit stronger in some aspects where you're not going to want to go down that way, but they're fully allowing it to be a full open world game where you decide how you want to complete it, which is awesome. Now, for the final and biggest feature this game has teased is that it will indeed have 4-player online co-op with friends in the same open world. This is a feature we obviously wanted with Legends Arceus, but we're getting it here, and it's definitely a feature that I think all of us have wanted since we were kids, and it's finally happening. Now, the details to this are not yet known, so we'll have to definitely learn more about this probably closer to release as we get more information. But we also did finally get that release, and it is officially announced for a November 18, 2022 release date. Now, before I go, I got a little final note here for you guys. Both legendaries, Koraidon and Miraidon, have some distinct appearances that have some connections that people are making. Previous leaks have suggested that both are motorcycle Pokemon, and with the given appearances now, kind of seems to be the case. Let me go into this. Koraidon has some obvious wheel-like structures in its body, and Miraidon has something kind of similar but with thrusters, each also probably having handlebars that seem to be located on the headpiece. Now, circle back with me earlier of those new Pokestop gas station structures. It does seem that we can expect some form of vehicles for this game. It could just be for faster transportation method, something of like a motorcycle that's akin to what we're probably known for as the traditional bike system. We could see motorcycles and it would kind of make some sense. But this is something to think about, but it doesn't stop here. If you also noticed, each legendary differs in appearance. And with that I mean Koraidon again has a very prehistoric and older look, whereas Miraidon has a very futuristic and flashy look. Take into account of that motorcycle aspect of them, where Koraidon has 2 traditional wheels and Miraidon has 1 but has thrusters for the second. Some pretty obvious connections where one is connected to the past and one might be connected to the future. Now, if you need more proof about this, check this out. Korai translates to past or ancient, whereas Mirai translates into future. Now, as a bonus, remember the 2 professors. Remember, each have very distinct outfits. Going back, Sada had again that prehistoric attire, whereas Toro had a very futuristic one. And again, both are claimed to be researching their own specific lore, which begs the question, is there a connection to time travel? Or does each game take place at different times? Or perhaps one game you make your way back in time and the other game you make your way into the future? Think about that and give us your thoughts down below. I'm Jared with 59 Direct. Thank you guys for watching, and we will see you on the next one.